Hello guys, welcome back to a brand new episode of Nerdy Network News after our week break. Last week we were off because of Thanksgiving, but now we're back at it with all things nerdy, all things networking, and of course the news. And I'm here being joined by the two great dynamic duos as always, Jesse and Chris. How are you guys doing today?
What's up, bro?
Oh, look at Jesse, you changed it up. You didn't say what's up, man. Dude.
I'm doing great today.
You're doing great, Chris.
Yeah.
I bet you're doing great, aren't you?
Fucking amazing, sir.
You're doing pretty great, aren't you? So let's get started. Let's see. We got a couple of things running up this week, especially since we didn't do a video last week. But let's go ahead and jump into something that I hold near and dear to me, and that is Warner Brother Montreal's, the creator of Batman Arkham Origins, are hiring people with AAA experience for 2 new games starring DC characters. So, my question to everyone is, who do we want to see starring these games?
I want to see the Flash.
Jesse said Flash. Why the Flash, Jesse?
I don't know. He's a favorite character of mine.
I respect your decision.
I do too, actually, yeah.
Yeah, that would be pretty awesome.
You know, Flash, Sonic Adventures 2 style.
Go to sleep.
You go to sleep.
See, I was thinking more like an open world Atlanta and Aquaman game.
Atlantis and Aquaman. Atlantis?
Yes.
Correct him.
Whatever.
Atlantis and Aquaman.
Yeah. Well, I mean, before The Hook and before, like, was it 2012 Aquaman?
So why would you want to see Aquaman?
Well, it's because I think they could do a lot with that story, and he's one of those more underdeveloped characters. He hasn't got, like, the major
Spotlight, I guess you could say.
yeah spotlight Batman, Superman, Green Lantern.
Well, honestly, if you think about DC, the only people that really get any love from DC, well, I mean, they all get love, but the two main characters that
Batman,
push,
Superman.
yeah, that push DC into the into the spotlight is like Batman and Superman.
And you never know. They might make a movie out of Aquaman.
I mean, well, see, Flash, he just got his own show.
Yeah, he does.
Season 2.
Is it good?
I like it. Like, I binge watched it.
You binge watched it.
Same thing with Green Arrow.
See, that's one of the guys I would like to see.
Oh yeah, if they like kind of do that,
Like Green Arrow with like kind of some Arkham elements.
yeah, and they throw in a more mature setting to it.
More mature.
And in season 1, he's kind of like killing people, and in season 2, he's like good.
Yeah, but I mean, it just depends on the person's perspective. So Jesse, why do you want to see the Flash? Because we didn't get that from you.
I don't know. Like I said, he's an interesting character. I'm gonna start watching a little TV show now. I've been watching the Batman one.
Gotham.
Yeah.
I don't like Gotham.
It's
Makes no sense to me.
Why is that?
Cause like Batman's like 12 years old and all his villains are like in their 30s already.
Oh, really?
They're all old.
Oh, yeah, that's kind of true. I'm at the part where,
Like
he's dealing with, is it Penguin, I think?
the Penguin. You see, like the Penguin isn't that much older than Batman, from what I know. And then the Joker's already in there. I know Joker and the Batman are about the same age. And I know the Joker's in there. Harley Quinn's in there. Who else? Catwoman has appeared. I know Catwoman and Batman are about the same age too. So like that's the only reason I don't like Gotham, because like the show itself is like so like offbeat and off track. It's just
Speaking of some kind of reference there, like you said, Harley Quinn in the Arrow TV series, they actually feature the Suicide Squad.
yeah, I remember that.
Yeah,
I remember watching that. So
and that's another upcoming movie. So
yeah,
I look
that's
forward
it.
to that one. Is that one is that really the Joker? Like, or is that just, just...
That's a new Joker. Yeah,
That's a new Joker.
That's who they're going for, because Heath Ledger unfortunately passed away. So I mean, that's going to be the new Joker from now on. I guess they're going to use him for the. Who knows? Maybe they'll get a new Joker for the Batman movies and keep that Joker for Suicide Squad. You never know what these people are thinking. That's for sure.
I mean, he looks pretty cool, kind of scary, intimidating. He's a little more beefed up than the other Jokers in the past.
Yeah, I think that's what they're going for this new Joker, is kind of, because the Joker from Dark Knight movies was more like a crazy genius. You know what I mean? Like, he was smart but crazy at the same time. And with this new Joker, I feel like they're going just for like a psychotic Joker. Like that's the kind of guy you see walking down the street and you're gonna be like, fuck, I don't want to mess with him.
Wait, so there's movies like, based on supervillains, coming together and...
It's Suicide Squad is it's like a bunch of supervillains, and they're forced by the government to do missions. And if they don't do the mission, they get killed.
Oh, really?
So yeah,
A bomb,
that's
right?
first.
yeah. There's there's bombs implanted into them and all kinds of. It's a story, but we're straying too far away from the game. We got to talk about the game. This is because we're not talking about the games with games.
Aquaman.
So Chris said Aquaman. Jesse said the Flash. I would like to see Green Arrow. I would also like to see Green Lantern.
I would also like to see Martian Manhunter.
Martian Manhunter is pretty good, but
That'd be awesome.
that would be awesome. But I think Green Lantern's
Yeah, the Green Lanterns.
I think Green Lantern's the perfect candidate for a game. Because Green Lantern, his powers are limited by his imagination. Green Lantern's ring is limited by the user's imagination. The Green Lantern...
He can't build anything he wants, right?
Yeah, he can make whatever he wants. He can do whatever thing he wants.
Doesn't in the movie he makes like a little race car track?
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? Like, Green Lantern can do whatever he wants with his power ring. So that leaves the developers with so much imagination. And he's not like Martian Manhunter and Superman, which are invulnerable, and you got to explain why he can get hurt in this game and why not. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's so hard to make a good Superman game so far, because you have to give an explanation like, oh, Superman's hurt because blah 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 this reason, or Martian Manhunter can get hurt because of blah 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 this reason. Green Lantern's more like a guy that he is a human being protected by a shield, basically. So there's so much you can do there. I think his story is more developed than Martian Manhunter's and Superman's. Because Superman and Martian Manhunter are those people that are like, they're almost godlike figures, like with imperfections. With like Green Lantern is more of a, like, he is a human still. You know what I mean?
I'm a godlike figure.
Be quiet, Chris. Everyone ignore Chris for this episode. But you see what I'm saying though? You see what I'm saying about
like that's the thing. Like with the N64 version of Superman.
Oh, that was just bad in general, Chris.
Okay, yeah.
We don't talk about these things. We don't.
You're freezing people and they're breaking out of the ice and shooting you, and you're losing health.
Yeah, you see, like Superman.
Are these kryptonite bullets?
Superman's supposed to be invulnerable. So you see what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I see your point there. It's just like playing Injustice.
It's like you see, but Injustice is a fighting game, so it's kind of justified in a sort of weird, funny way. I guess.
Last Superman
Even
game I played was the Xbox One for the Xbox 360. It's like one of the very first games that came out for the Xbox.
Which one was it?
It's just Superman. That's what it's called, I believe.
Superman for the Xbox?
Oh yeah, I remember that. It was like a really generic game.
They made a Superman game for the Xbox?
Yeah, it just like had the S on the logo, and it was like $10 after a month.
I don't remember that at all. But see, like back to that whole explanation about Injustice. Even Injustice has a weird way of explaining why Superman gets hurt. Everyone takes kryptonite pills. I don't know if you remember that.
Not really.
They take pills so they won't get hurt. So like that's how even the soldiers from Injustice are like strong, supposedly, because they take some kind of kryptonium pill. Or you see, they make no sense when they talk about Superman.
So they're just taking like these super testosterone boosts.
Yeah, so like Batman takes them, like, and that's why he's able to survive some of these crazy attacks and all that. So I mean, like I said, I think another good character, and from my opinion, Green Arrow. I already said Green Arrow. Something like Arkham, because he's so similar to Batman in a sort of way, and especially the way they're writing him now in the comics. He's so similar to Batman. And then one of the like less mentioned DC characters, Satana, the Wizard. I think that'd be pretty cool. Some magic, a magic game out there. Throw that out there. What other DC characters are there? There's so many DC characters that we can throw into the ring.
A cyborg game would not be bad.
Cyborg, yeah, that'd be pretty bad. That'd be pretty nice. Cyborg, Teen Titans.
Yeah. Oh man.
Teen Titans game.
That was a good show that when they had on Cartoon Network. I used to watch it back in the day.
Teen Titans. Shazam. But Shazam would be a good character, but he's too similar to Superman to like even kind of bring up. Who else is another good guy? Oh, Jesse, thank you for loading that picture up. Shazam, and I guess man, there's so many characters just to think about, but like some of these guys, I don't know. You have to find the fine balance of like popularity and developmental wise, like
Like you said, like the creativeness, like
Something that you can be creative with.
the Green Lantern.
Hawk Girl, Hawk Man. From I think Green Lantern's like the perfect candidate for this. I honestly do think Green Lantern is like the guy to go with, and he's got some of the greatest supervillains. He's got some great supervillains to go and battle, like to just go battle with. I mean, there is Red Tornado, which would be pretty nice. Wow, Jesse, you need to zoom that in for me, cause zoom that into my face. That's what you need to do. Let's see, who am I missing? Yeah, see, I don't really see anybody that I can really do anything with on this. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, those are I really think Green Lantern's the best candidate for it. Aquaman, like you said, Chris, that'd be a pretty good idea. Who else is there? Who else can we talk about?
I'm looking at a picture of a bunch of people, but I honestly don't know any of them.
Power Girl. Nah, she's too similar to Superman. Supergirl? Yeah. Everyone's looking up pictures right now. Come on, guys. Bring up some names if you're going to look up the pictures.
Man, what's that guy? Man, what's that movie? I'm trying to think.
Which one?
A movie with the little happy face with the blood on it.
Oh, you're talking about the Dang, I know what you're talking about.
Happy face with blood?
Yes.
Yeah, it's a superhero movie where it's like really dark and crazy.
Where they kill each other. Well, not they don't kill each other, but in the end.
Yeah, and like the superhero rapes that girl and he impregnates a Korean and kills her or something.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. This one right here.
Yeah, it has that guy on it at the end.
Oh!
With that face that morphs.
The Watchmen?
The Watchmen.
There we go.
No, was it Watchmen?
Yeah, it is the Watchmen.
Yeah, the one guy's coming up in the picture of DC. Are they affiliated?
Yeah, they're DC. They're an alternate universe, though.
Wow.
They have nothing to do with, like, it's so...
Yeah, they're short story, ain't it? Like, really short.
Like, Watchmen, like, Owlman is, like, the other universe's Batman. I forgot what the main guy's story is.
I know something about it has to do with the Cold War thing and all that stuff.
And there's that godlike figure. I forget his name too.
Talking about the big blue dude.
Yeah.
He's indestructible or something like that.
I got the movie.
He gets killed in the end, but he comes back, because he knows how to.
No. He doesn't get killed.
Well, not. Well,
he disappears. He leaves because
his girlfriend's like cheating on him. He knows it, and
they make him.
No. He walks into this machine.
They make him think that he's the cause of the attacks. So what happens in this movie, Watchmen, is like, I remember the plot. I don't remember the characters. So like, the guy, what's his name? The guy who has the face that changes, the mask, the one that goes to jail.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
The one that goes to jail. I forgot what his name is. Him and Owlman are like looking for people who are killing retired superheroes. Mm-hmm. And then there's a nuclear bomb that goes off in New York, and I forgot the god guy. It's like he's supposed to be like some godlike figure. Yeah. The blue guy. He's convinced that the attack was because of him, so he leaves Earth because he doesn't want them to be threatened. But he comes back after the guy with the ink face finds out the truth that Owlman, I think, was the one who planted the bomb. So the world could be, because he says, what is a couple of lives if the world is able to unify and work in peace? So like he kills people so like the world can become a better place.
What the hell?
And then the guy with the ink face, he says, well, if you're gonna do that, I can't be quiet. I have to tell the truth. So they kill him at the end.
Okay, I got that movie. I got the director's cut. I think it has like 6 extra hours or something.
6 extra hours?
What the hell?
What the?
That's like a.
That's like 5 movies. Yeah.
Jesse, I'm looking at you. Netflix and chill.
Netflix and chill, Chris. Wow. I mean, that'd be a nice game. But
yeah, Nerdy Network News, movie night.
Nerdy Network News. Come over to Chris's apartment. We'll be waiting.
That's Nerdy Network News headquarters.
But yeah, so Wonder Woman. Anyone want to see a Wonder Woman game?
No. She's coming out on the new Batman.
Yeah,
the new Batman vs Superman.
She should have her own movie too, right? Was Megan Fox still playing the role?
No.
Oh man,
Oh man.
I've been out of date.
You've been out of date forever.
February.
Fox was never like considered.
Oh man, rumors then.
Um,
Deadpool February. Just saying.
let's see what else do we have for. I mean, I think that the three big candidates here are Aquaman,
The Green Lantern.
Green Lantern, and Green Arrow.
Yeah.
Are going to be the most suitable characters for these games. Just for Aquaman, it'd be cool to see an underwater adventure. Green Arrow because it can be similar to the Arkham series, and Green Lantern because it's like a whole new twist and a whole new thing they can do with a whole bunch of stuff with the game. And I mean, who knows? The Flash is a pretty good. I'm the only thing I don't like about the Flash is I don't really like his squad of super villains. So they're all kind of weird. Yeah, I mean he has nothing but goofy characters. I think Gorilla Grodd's the only one I like, and he's like a super intelligent gorilla, so makes no sense.
He comes out in the show.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, have you seen it?
I've seen part of it.
Yeah, it's a good show.
I didn't like it after after like season 1, so I don't know.
Well, since we're on the DC topic, I believe Telltales is developing a new Batman game.
Yes, Telltales is developing a new Batman game, which that caught me off guard completely. To be honest with you, it was announced at the Game Show Awards.
If there's one person in Arkham City who knows what's really going on, it's her.
That completely.
Okay, I'm thinking Telltales. I'm thinking Minecraft.
Telltales.
Yeah, I'm thinking Minecraft and
The
Walking Dead.
Walking Dead and the Game of Thrones games.
Okay, so this is kind of weird to me. I know they're supposed to go more into depth about the Bruce Wayne. And
Something about Telltales, sorry, is that they do a lot of their games by chapters. So they have a tendency of they'll release chapter 1 and then chapter 2 and then chapter 3 of the games. They don't release full games. It's weird because I wasn't expecting a new Batman game this soon. I mean, we just got Arkham Knight. When was it? June 2015 or July? So a new Batman game in next year? That's kind of fast. I wonder how long they've been working on it and how long they've been planning this. And then another thing is, how are they going to go off the success of the Arkham series? Because the Arkham series is one of the greatest superhero series or licensed games that ever been made. What do they plan to do? Do they plan to take elements from the Arkham series, or you know what I mean? Are they going to try to copy and paste that, or are they going to try to take their own twist on it?
Probably their own twist. I mean, what would you?
But if you have a formula that works, why not use it again? If it's not,
so many times.
you know what they say. If it's not broke, don't fix it.
But everything does get old.
well, see, I was thinking they might do chapters, kind of like how they did with The Walking Dead.
See, I didn't play The Walking Dead, so I don't know how they.
I kind of did.
It was, it was very minimum gameplay, but it was good. It was addicting in a way.
Was it?
Yeah, it's just you're not really running around shooting things. It's
it's a little. You make your own choices, and
it's kind of like a story almost.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's what Telltale Games is known for. It's even in their name, Telltales. It's they tell tales. They make good stories, but it's gonna be the art style that they went for in the debut trailer is kind of weird. You know what I mean? It's kind of like an anime kind of art style.
Yeah.
So I'm really wondering how they're gonna play this off after the Arkham series is because you got to think you're coming. How much pressure do these guys have on their belt from the success of the Arkham series to make a great game? You know what I mean? There's gonna be such a high quality, high standard expected of them that it's just
it's one game is better than the other.
Yeah, you know what I mean? The worst game in the Arkham series was. But a lot of people think that the worst game in the Arkham series was Arkham Origins, but that was still a great game.
I love Arkham Origins.
Exactly. I mean, Arkham Origins was a great game. Even in the reviews, it still got a solid 8 out of 10. And in lots of people's eyes. So you're putting yourself up to a hard standard, and then it's just. You're just putting yourself up to that fact. And Arkham Knight was almost given perfect scores all around. So
I think The Arkham series, my least favorite one was Asylum.
Was Asylum?
Yeah.
Yeah, and see, even that was great.
Yeah, it was still pretty awesome compared to. I mean, that's a Batman experience.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? So, like, how much pressure do these guys have to like do their like? See, that's the thing. Do you go with the formula that you know works, or do you go take your own twist on it? So it's like,
I mean, I think they have to kind of do their own twist thing and throw in the chapters and really get into depth about the Bruce Wayne's transaction into Batman.
well, that's kind of what Arkham Origins was.
In a way, yeah.
Yeah, so it was the.
I think they're doing it in a different sense.
in a different sense. See, that's how hard it is because you already have, thanks to the Arkham series, you already have a transition of Batman being Batman throughout his years. You have Arkham Origins, which tells him when like he had only been Batman for about a year or about 2 years when Arkham Origins happened.
Yeah, but I believe they might go for more Bruce Wayne.
Bruce Wayne kind of idea.
Yeah, Bruce Wayne and day, Batman at night.
But
Going into more details about the stress in his life.
I mean, how do you make a game with Bruce Wayne though?
Because they're going into those chapters.
You're gonna go party?
Yeah, you're gonna go party. You're
Party
gonna
in your mansion.
wake up in a new Bugatti.
We'll go with a new Bugatti and new Ferraris and stuff. Give you the option to go purchase all kinds of weird luxury equipment, and then at night put on a mask and go with some spandex and go
Save the world.
fight a clown.
Yeah, I mean that's basically it. I think that's how the route they could go.
I mean, but do they take pieces from the Arkham series, or do they like? That's what I'm trying to say. Do
Arkham
they like?
should be its own thing.
Do they like reinvent everything? Do they like grab the gameplay? Do they grab this? Do they grab that and then just throw it all away?
I mean, your parents were murdered at the movie theater, so you're gonna start your story off from there.
For a stay of
Yeah.
execution.
I mean, just leave Arkham alone. It's its own series.
So like,
So
so
basically, you're trying to get the childhood story. and
you try to
then-
start from like childhood.
This
So
is
basically,
gonna
like
hurt.
the series, the TV series. Thing.
Yeah, basically. To
I would
start
like
off,
to, now that you point that, I would like to see like him go through his training.
yeah, I mean, yeah. See, that kind of thing would be great.
That would be a great
Where,
point.
where do you go to
League of Shadows.
the?
He goes like to a bunch of places to train. He doesn't just go to the League of Shadows, but he goes all over to learn all kinds of like different martial arts styles. I think the League of Shadows was one of his last ones. So I mean, that would be interesting to see him train with Ra's al Ghul before he becomes the Batman and seeing them break apart from each other. So that'd be an interesting twist to see there. Because even in the movie, it hasn't even been.
I think I
Batman
should
Begins
remain
try to like
back there.
explain it a little bit, but it doesn't explain it that much. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In that movie, so
So what do you
And-
need, Mr. Detective?
it's just so many things that like the pressure is on for them because
Never heard of it.
Arkham
That's
series
not what
is
I wanted to
the
hear.
top defining Batman.
What
game.
about Strange?
I don't trust him.
So
been
much
missing
can
for
go wrong,
years,
like
and then is
so
suddenly
much,
put in
and
charge
then
of
you
running
have.
Arkham City.
How long have they been working on
Rumor
this? That's the
has it
next
he's been
question.
working
Did
with
they,
Joker, planning
did they have a
something
year?
very
Are they,
special, just for you?
you know, like
Maybe
They woke
that's
up 3
protocol
months ago,
too.
drank a cup of coffee, and decided they were gonna wing it.
they're gonna wing it? They just said, "All right, we're just gonna do this." And then, what about if they go for an older Batman
The
kind
ex-district
of
attorney
idea?
here
Like a
said
Batman
something
Beyond type thing.
No, like the Frank Miller Batman, like the Batman The Dark Knight Returns kind of idea.
Oh. So you're gonna
This
be
place
old
is
fat,
dangerous.
swinging across rooftops.
I mean, that was one of the greatest Batman stories I have ever read.
Joker.
If you read those comics,
You're not safe.
or if
here.
you've seen one of the movies,
I've seen the movies.
the comic is
9
amazing.
lives,
You gotta
remember.
you gotta get your hands on that. The Dark Knight Returns is just like so dark and so. It's completely different. Like if you think Batman in general is a dark story, The Dark Knight Returns is even darker than most Batman stories that are out there. Because like even in the trailer, Batman's already established. If you notice the trailers, because they're reporting news on him being like the Bat brand of justice, and they show a guy like getting beat down by the Batman. So Batman already exists in this universe according to the trailers.
That could be mid game.
That'd be mid game. That'd be mid game.
Yeah.
That's how you're gonna say it.
Let's give you chapter 3.
Chapter 3.
Let's go back to chapter 1.
Let's go back to chapter 1 and discuss. So, I mean, it's just
I mean, they have a lot of open windows, and they have a lot of space to do whatever they want. I mean, yeah, this formula for Arkham Knight and the whole Arkham series works, but I mean, this is Telltales.
Telltales.
Telltales, whatever.
Telltales. Not Telltales, Telltales. I said
Telltales,
that.
yes.
Said that. Telltales. It's a tongue twister. I know, because I've said Telltales a couple of times too. Telltales.
Yeah, they have a lot of room.
Say it again, Chris. Come on.
Telltales.
Telltales.
Telltales, just said that.
Telltales, yeah.
It works. We'll let you slide with that one, Chris. But I mean, it's just I was gonna bring up a point about that one more time. Forgot what it was.
Well, look behind you. You have a poster.
It inspires me to live. That poster makes me want to like go out and fight crime right now. I was gonna bring up a point about that. What was it? I don't remember. It's probably gonna come back to me later, and I hate that. You know what I mean? When you try to remember stuff right now on the dot.
Well, I'll just fill in for you for now. I mean, I remember Paulo telling me about how he wants to dress old people up like villains from Batman, and him dressed up like Batman, and go to the retirement home and just beat up old people.
Oh yeah, thanks, like Chris. Yeah, that's exactly what I want to do. Every night and every day. I just Oh, Chris. Sorry, some of the things you get, some of the things you say, we gotta edit out all the time. But God, what was that thing I wanted?
We're talking about Batman. We're talking about Telltales.
Telltales.
And or we could talk about the story, or
I don't remember.
Okay, how about gameplay?
I honestly don't remember what I was gonna say.
All right, Jesse, you played Walking Dead. What do you think the gameplay would be like?
Well, I watched my brother play, but I saw a lot of things. How you like I said, how they give you like certain choices, like you want to kill this man or whatever, or it's pretty cool. Like,
yeah, Jesse, what happened to you all of a sudden? Did you get sick like in like 2 minutes?
I'm telling you, I'm getting cold and yeah.
Yeah, the door is open.
What happened to that happened in like under 2 minutes, dude? I swear to God.
Time to survey the room.
Plan out my tactics.
It's not cold.
I'm actually kind of hot.
2 hostages.
Yeah,
This is gonna
me
be
too.
easy.
So.
I was to take off my shirt, but I don't want to be weird.
Yeah.
So I'm just taking off.
Chris, I swear. Chris, God, I don't know what I'm gonna do with you, Chris.
We got editing software.
Chris, you're fired. Go home, Chris. Oh wait, you are home. Go to your room, Chris. You need a timeout. I can't remember. I just can't. I mean, this is a lot of DC news. Actually, if you think about it, 2 new DC games are going to come out.
Plus Batman?
Plus the Batman.
Plus the movie?
Plus the movies.
I mean, this is huge.
Plus Suicide Squad.
This is DC.
DC's
well,
like, yeah, DC.
year.
2016 is the. I guess you can say. Well, 2016.
Because 2014 we had Marvel, pretty much.
Yeah, Marvel's been running the show for a
Yeah,
while. So.
was it Iron Man 3?
2014?
That's 2014 or the 2013?
2015 was the Avengers and all that stuff.
I think Iron Man was before 2014. Iron Man 3 was before 2014, I think.
Then we have Ant-Man.
This year we had Ant-Man, we had the Avengers. We had...
Last year was the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Last year
That was a good movie.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
That movie was really good.
This year, what did we have Marvel? We had Ant-Man, we had the Avengers, Age of Ultron. Did we have a new Thor? No, not this year.
No.
Was it X-Men or was that last year?
This year.
X-Men, but that's...
That was last year, right?
That's by
last year.
That's by Fox, so it doesn't really count as...
Oh, okay.
We had the Fantastic Four, but that doesn't...
Let's not talk about that.
Yeah, it's 20th Century, I think, if I'm not mistaken. That's also by Fox, so...
Yeah, let's not talk about that.
I know we had some more... I know we had some more Marvel stuff this year. I just can't remember.
Spider-Man?
No, not Spider-Man. We didn't have a Spider-Man this year.
I believe that'll be next year.
That's going to come out with Civil War. The Civil War movie. What else did we have? We had a lot of Avengers stuff. I just can't remember off the top of my head. We had a couple. Yeah, I just can't think. I can just remember Ant-Man and Age of Ultron.
Ant-Man was a pretty good movie. But let's get back to the topic.
Well, anyway, I think we discussed as much as we can for the new Batman game. Honestly, I mean, what else is there to talk about? I mean, gameplay is covered, story-wise, it's covered. Development time? How long have they been working on this? Who knows? They didn't say. 2016, I think, because I mean, Arkham Origins. I think between like every Arkham game, there's at least 2 years, isn't there?
Joker's behind
You
this.
say so?
I think about right.
Yeah, just about.
Just about 2
Maybe
years.
a little more.
Me right.
Yeah, because no, well,
Okay, because Asylum was what, 2009 or 2010?
something like that.
Okay, then Arkham City was 2012.
I think Arkham Origins came out in 2013,
Okay, so that would have been a year. Then Arkham Knight was 2015.
or was that 2014?
Could be every year.
I think there's a year between Arkham Origins and Arkham Knight.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a year. So I think 2014 was when Arkham Origins came out, and then Arkham Knight in 2015.
Okay, so a year. So yeah, I mean that makes sense. I mean, because they're pretty much done with Arkham now.
Yeah, they're done with Arkham. They're not gonna touch Arkham anymore, supposedly.
Kind of leaves you a little bit hanging though.
True. Yeah, that ending is something they gotta work on. But
Damn it, Nightfall.
so there's that. But let's see what else is there for us to talk about. So let's go ahead and move on to the next topic, which I think was pretty big. A new Ninja Turtles game is being worked on by Platinum Games. Platinum Games has a tendency of making great games. They have a tendency of also being underrated games. They worked on games like Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance, Bayonetta 1 and 2, Wonderful 101. They're working on Scalebound for the Xbox. They're working on Star Fox, the new Star Fox for the Wii U, and they're working on Mirror Antronoma and Antronoma, something like that. So I mean, they have a tendency of making some great games. New Ninja Turtles, I'm excited to see that. I mean, Chris, what was that last Ninja Turtles game you had? I remember you had a Ninja Turtles game.
Yeah, I think it was just called TNMT.
Yeah, it was like an arcade game.
Yeah, I remember you could go back and play like the old school ones. That was pretty awesome.
Yeah, I remember you playing that. I remember going to your house one day and you were playing that. Because we were playing, weren't we taking turns on it or something?
No, we had all 3 remotes.
Yeah, we had all 3.
We had all 3? We had 3 controllers for that day?
I could have sworn we did.
No, because I remember we were taking turns.
No.
I think we had 2 controllers and we were just...
I have the silver controller, 2 black controllers, and... Well, that's pretty much it. I have 2 black controllers and a silver controller. So that's 3, and there's 3 of us.
But wasn't one of them not working at that time? I remember playing the Ninja Turtles game. I just don't... And then there was that old school arcade one that was just... I remember playing that at CC's Pizza. I remember playing that at CC's Pizza.
Yeah, it's funny. Where I'm from, they actually didn't have CC's.
They don't have... I had California.
Yeah. Well, back then they didn't. I don't know about now.
But like I remember playing that at CC's Pizza, and I remember always getting quarters and playing that game.
I would have to walk home from school and stop by a laundromat to play those. If not, I'd have to go to an arcade.
Ah, the good old days arcades.
Oh, Chuck E. Cheese had it back in the day.
Chuck E. Cheese. Oh my God, arcades, man. What happened to arcades, dude? You ever go back and wonder about that? Kids nowadays, they don't know what the experience of an arcade is.
Well, we do.
They had arcades. They didn't have to take and tag and all that stuff.
They had all kinds of everywhere. Every place you went to back in the 90s or like even in the 80s had arcades.
But we always go to, what was that place we went that one time? Arcadia?
Barcadia.
Barcadia, yeah.
Barcadia, dude. They had that. They had the original Mortal Kombat. They had the Super Mario Brothers. It's weird. It's just weird to think. Like nowadays, I remember the mall used to have like.
Yeah, they used to have arcade, right?
They used to have arcades at the mall too. Yeah, I remember that. And it's weird how just that stuff just disappeared, kind of.
Died off.
And there were so many arcade places like Peter Piper Pizza and Nicorama. What else was there? I mean, there's still a couple of arcade places around, but
We should go to Arcadia.
Barcadia.
I mean, no, Nicorama. That's where we should go.
Do they even have any fun
Yeah.
arcade games?
Nah, I don't know about all that.
I mean, we should go check it out now. I mean, now that we're a little bit older, we just push the kids out the way.
I mean, I think me, Me and you, Jesse, we went to Nicaragua once, when we were in high school, weren't we?
A long time ago, bro.
Yeah, we went there a while back ago. I don't remember them having any like fun games.
Nah. Everything was just regular. Not like arcade games like the ones we're talking about, but they had like regular.
They had like that. What's that called? Where you like roll the ball up and try to hit those little.
Oh, catch all the fish or something like that. I don't know what you're talking about.
Nah, not
Yeah,
catch
that one was kind of like bowling, where you got to get into the hole.
Yeah, those.
I can't remember that.
Yeah, they had that. They had those kind of games. Wasn't really like a.
Or they had Guitar Hero too. I remember that.
Yeah, I remember Guitar Hero.
Back in my day, we used to go to Pharaoh Sauce Kingdom, Scandia's. I can't remember the other ones, like Castle something. It was like amusement park / arcades. It was awesome.
Yeah, it's just the love of arcade games. It's just something these kids nowadays will never know.
We should hit that place in Mesquite.
Place in Mesquite, which one?
Oh, I can't remember. It's like right here off the highway, 635.
You know when you're playing a game by yourself and then that one guy comes up and like inserts a quarter while you're paying.
Oh, you're about to win, and bam!
Yeah.
You challenger, and you give him that death stare. You're like, mother. You just look at him like, did you just really do that?
Oh, it's insulting.
Did you just really do that while I'm playing? Now you gotta redeem yourself by kicking his ass and stuff. So,
Even if you lose, just punch him in the throat.
punch him and beat him up in real life.
Yeah. You got the high score, but I'm walking away with pride.
Oh man, good old days, man. So let's talk about PlayStation experience that happened. December 5th. It started. We got to see some things that they revealed. They revealed the Twisted Metal Black. They showed Ratchet and Clank, the Final Fantasy VII remake, Hitman Beta, and Ni no Kuni 2, which I'm super excited about. Psychonauts is going to VR, King of Fighters, Yakuza 0, Mortal Kombat X, and many, many more. These are just some of the ones that I thought were the most interesting off the top of my head. So let's talk about Twisted Metal. Twisted Metal Black. I know some of you guys. I know you and Jesse played Twisted Metal games before. I didn't really get to play the Twisted Metal games when I was younger. So let's give that a little discussion about that.
Well, just a shout out real quick is Twisted Metal Brawl was my favorite.
Brawl.
Yeah.
Brawl.
Yeah, it's like instead of like being like a rated, more mature game. Well, because I don't think they're rated M back then. You're playing like on a playground as RC cars.
Yeah. I remember that on the demo disc or something.
Yeah, you could like shoot rubber balls. That game was amazing.
Wasn't that like one of the first Twisted Metals though?
Yeah, it was kind of.
Wasn't it?
It was more for kids. Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember that being on the demo disc that you.
The PS1 too.
Yeah, for the PS1. Yeah, that's what I remember it being. Because I remember I had a demo disc with the PS1 that came with like this X-Men fighting game. It came with Twisted Metal. It came with this Wile E. Coyote game. It came with this Atlantis game. What else did it come with? It came with a bunch of stuff, and I remember I used to just play the demos all the time. I didn't even have any. I don't think I had that many games for the PlayStation 1. I just had the demo disc, and I would play all those until I couldn't go any further, and then I just restart the game.
Yeah, me too.
That's what I did. So, Twisted Metal Black. So, what do you guys expect from this new Twisted Metal game?
It has to be dark. It has to be rated M. And I want some kind of clown mech suit robot on wheels.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, I never played Twisted Metal Black. I played the other ones, but Twisted Metal Black wasn't it like where it would transform into an actual robot or something like that?
Yeah. That's when you played a Sweet Tooth.
Yeah.
That's the clown, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember the clown.
Like, their story was so in depth and so dark. It was amazing.
It's good to see Twisted Metal come back, I guess. Because, I mean, even though I never played the games, I remember them because of the demo discs. So, like, I remember them kind of fondly. As, like, that was one of my first PlayStation experiences that I had, so.
I mean, they had some nice storylines and stuff, for each of the characters. And
So there was multiple characters in Twisted Metal.
yeah.
Yeah, but the stories weren't consistent between each game, so it would change it up.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so like you're gonna have the same character but with a different story.
So Twisted Metal is more like a adventure game or more of a...
It's a death racing kind of game. It's just like driving around trying to kill the other cars.
Not racing, but you
You shoot each other.
yeah. Like
Gotcha.
you find each other. And,
I mean, you're not going around on the track or anything. You can just drive
you're free
around
to
the
move
map.
anywhere.
Okay, so yeah, okay, that's what I was trying to get at because I was like, I remember Twisted Metal being like that in the demo disc. Like you could just kind of go around and you're trying to like destroy the other car before they destroy you.
Yeah.
So okay, just trying to clear that point up. So they talked about Ratchet and they showed Ratchet and Clank too. They're really putting some emphasis on Ratchet and Clank because every like game show that's been out since I think E3 this year has had a lot of Ratchet and Clank.
I mean, that's a great series though. Like
Yeah, tied to it. So I mean, they're really trying to like buckle that down because even at the Paris Gaming Show, they showed some Ratchet and Clank stuff. I think they showed some Ratchet and Clank at the Game Awards too, and then they showed Ratchet and Clank again in the PlayStation Experience. So I mean, they're really trying to boot the series back up really hard, I guess. Because what's the last time we had Ratchet and Clank? I think it was for the PS3. I don't remember if it was at the close to the end of the cycle or after. But Ratchet and Clank it seems like Sony really wants to boost this game up really bad. So, Final Fantasy VII, the remake, when Square Enix announced it at E3, they called it a reboot, so it wasn't really remade. It was kind of ported over, but then they got a lot of backlash, and then they decided to make a remake, and then the remake is available now. So, feel free to go download the remake of Final Fantasy VII, which is the first time they remade the game in a long time.
Is it like a remake? Like, is it like they just upgraded the graphics and?
No, they added extra stuff to it. They added extra content and stuff. So there's just extra stuff for you to play.
That's nice.
So they upgraded the graphics. I guess they might have upgraded some of the controllers. I mean, it's available now. So go get it whenever you're ready to play it. Because I honestly want to pick it up again. I haven't played Final Fantasy VII in a long, long time.
Wait, what Final Fantasy are they on right now?
Right now?
Yeah.
They made Final Fantasy 13, which was the last main series Final Fantasy. And then they made the online Final Fantasy 14. And they're going Final Fantasy 15. I don't know when that's coming out, but it's coming out soon.
That's a lot of Final Fantasies.
Oh, there's more than that, Jesse. It's just like almost every Final Fantasy since 7 has a sequel.
Dang, what the heck?
So like Final Fantasy 7 had like a Final Fantasy around something. It had another Final Fantasy 7. Final Fantasy 8 I don't think had another one. Final Fantasy 9 I don't think either. Final Fantasy 10 had Final Fantasy 10 and 10-2.
What the heck?
Final Fantasy 11 was an online game. Final Fantasy 12 and then Final Fantasy 13 had Final Fantasy 13, 13-2, and then 13 Lightning's Return.
Must be a really good series.
I love Final Fantasy. I even loved Final Fantasy 13, which a lot of people kind of hated. So, yeah, I'm a Final Fantasy fan. So,
Final Fantasy X was the best.
Final Fantasy X was the best. You think so?
In my personal opinion, yes.
I kind of agree with you, actually. Final Fantasy X was amazingly. Final Fantasy X too, I wasn't a big fan of, but Final Fantasy X I think is one of my personal favorites.
I remember I played for hours and I'd put it down and play Kingdom Hearts. No, I think that's why I wear glasses today.
Curtis. Yeah, Final Fantasy X is pretty good. No, I disagree with you. My favorite Final Fantasies are the ones on the Super Nintendo.
Well, I'm about to throw my phone at you.
Go ahead, throw it at me. Have you not played the Super Nintendo?
Oh, sorry. No, I have not.
Ah, Chris, I swear, sometimes I don't know what to do with you. So sometimes, Final Fantasy, Final Fantasy 6, like, I think Final Fantasy 6 is my favorite Final Fantasy on the Super Nintendo in general. It's just the Super Nintendo ones are amazing. You got to play those to like understand.
Well, are they kind of like a Zelda gameplay?
Not really. They're more of like, I don't know. I have a fondness in my heart for those old school RPGs. Like,
Okay, so you're like bird's eye view, right?
yeah, like you're like over the top kind of, and then you have the little turn based mechanics. And
Okay,
stuff
so
like
you're
that.
walking around just like in the Zelda.
Kind of, yeah, kind of, in the overworld. I mean, the old school RPGs. I know. I'm pretty sure you played some old school RPGs, Chris. Like let me think of. Well, Final Fantasies are the only ones I can think of.
Yeah, I played several games on almost every console there is. including Sega Genesis, which was very underrated.
Phantasy Star? Did you play Phantasy Star?
I honestly can't remember.
You honestly can't remember? Well,
No.
there's a lot of... I'm a fan of those old school NES, Sega Genesis, Sega Dreamcast kind of like RPGs from like the back in the day. Like anything before the N64 and the PlayStation 1. I'm a big fan of those kind of RPGs because that 16-bit era had some great RPGs to them. So I'm a really big fan of that kind of thing.
Oh yeah.
The Hitman beta.
That one, I was really stoked for a new Hitman game, but after they were talking about the beta, see, when was the release date on that beta? Was it February 12th?
February 12th? Was it the release date for the beta?
Yeah, I got two different dates. It's either February 12th or 19th. They're saying the 19th for PC, February 12th for PlayStation 4.
It's not coming to the Xbox, right?
No beta for the Xbox One.
Unfortunately, so...
exclusively for the PS4.
Also, they're going to have exclusive 6 maps for PlayStation 4.
Ooh.
So I was just like, okay, maybe I'm going to boycott this one too.
Yeah, this is unfortunate. I hate that whole exclusive maps and exclusive, like...
That's just like, giving someone wounds and throwing salt on it.
Yeah, it's just... I really do hate it. If you're going to make a game, just make it even for everybody.
I mean, they're going to give you bacon, but they're going to give you the fatty bacon.
They're giving you the bacon with... Like, they're giving you half the bacon. Like, you ask for 2 bacon strips and they only give you 1.
Yeah.
It sucks.
Yeah, I've always hated that whole, like, oh, they get this first, or they get that kind of... Or they get some extra, like, an extra hour of video game play. I mean... I guess it works for the companies like Sony and Microsoft. I guess they each have their... Like, the whole Tomb Raider thing, I hated that thing. Like, the whole timed exclusive. Like, why is it on Xbox before it's on the PlayStation first? You know what I'm saying? Like, why wait a year? It doesn't make sense to me. And unfortunately for Tomb Raider, I don't know how it's done, but I'm pretty sure it didn't do as well as people thought it would be, thanks to games like Halo came out just before... And then Fallout came the day of Tomb Raider and Fallout, and then Battlefront after that. So I mean, Tomb Raider had a lot of stuff working.
I think it kind of got pushed under. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people did pick it up, but Fallout was just simply amazing.
Fallout was the game. Excuse me.
I mean, it prevented traffic from certain sites on that day.
From certain special sites, that's for sure.
I mean, yeah, that was like a big topic. It's like, wow.
Yeah, some good stuff was not viewed that day, thanks to Fallout. So, I guess there's a correlation to gamers and that kind of thing. Psychonauts coming to the VR.
Virtual reality, yeah.
So that was interesting to watch.
It's going to be a prequel to the 2005 Psychonauts. So.
Psychonauts is also coming through crowdfunding, right? Kickstarter, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think
really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
So like it's getting if I'm not mistaken, it's getting a Kickstarter.
I mean,
for
is it an indie game or is it just?
No, Psychonauts has been out before. So I guess they're just trying to reboot it thanks to that. And VR exclusivity. It's gonna be fun to see how. Psychonauts works on the VR. That definitely, I mean, interesting to see. Psychonauts is one of those games that you know of and you want to pick up, but you never did.
I remember I played it, I believe, on PlayStation 2.
I think it was on the PlayStation 2.
I think it was just a demo, though.
A demo?
Yeah.
That's weird.
I can't remember.
Like, Psychonauts is that game, like, everyone talks about. Like, yeah, it's a good game, but no one really owns. You know what I mean? Very few people own it.
That's like Rayman on PS2.
Yeah,
it was awesome.
Yeah, kind of like that. So, King of Fighters 14.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
That's gonna be nice. I love King of Fighters.
Yeah, I love that stuff.
I love King of Fighters. Yeah, it's just.
Favorite one is the King of Fighters 2002.
Was it 2000? Is that the one I like too? I'm trying to think.
That's the one that was on arcade machine.
And the arcade machines, yeah, that's the one. I remember playing that all the time. Terry was my character.
Who?
Terry.
Oh, that's the with the red.
With the red cap, yeah, and the sleeveless jacket.
Yeah.
Terry, that was the dude. That's the one I always played as. I always liked that guy. I thought he was the best.
Well, I got a question real quick. Did you guys see that trailer for Eagle Flight? It's a VR game.
No, I didn't see that one.
Well, basically, you play as an eagle. You fly around Paris.
Oh yeah, I seen that one.
I mean, yeah, it looks similar. It's made by Unisoft, so it does look similar to
Assassin's Creed.
Unity, yes. but way better. And now there's wildlife and nature.
That's gonna be interesting to see.
So we just fly and that's it, or
That's interesting.
I'm not sure.
There's a lot. They're starting to put a lot of focus into the
VR.
VR, yeah, because I honestly think that VR is going to help extend this generation's console cycle a little bit longer. Thanks.
I mean, you're gonna be experiencing what the other person.
Say the Xbox and the PlayStation 4 have like a 6-year time span. Just like going off the top of my head, I think if VR comes out and becomes a popular thing, I think it'll be around for like an extra 2 or 3 more years thanks to the VR.
Well, I don't think I've heard anything about Xbox having a VR.
Well, they have the HoloLens.
See, I didn't even hear about that.
HoloLens, and then I know they're working closely with Oculus Rift. So
There's what's the other one called? The HTC what? HTC.
okay, that's the phone one.
That's the phone one?
Yeah, that's a phone.
Yeah, Eagle Eye will be available on that too. And there's another one that's going to be available on. I mean, this is all new to me, this virtual reality stuff.
I mean, it's new to a lot of us. I mean, but I think Sony is the only one, I think, with a true dedicated like VR to themselves. Like,
Well, that's pretty much what the PlayStation experience was about. A lot of these games are VR developed.
VR developed. Yeah, even at the Paris Game Show, they had a lot of VR games too. And I think E3 was when they started putting emphasis on the VR kind of.
This is the future of gaming technology here.
Yeah, you can say that. And so right now the only 2 big competitors I can think of is Oculus Rift and the Sony virtual reality. So, and like I said, Xbox doesn't have anything. The closest thing they had was the HoloLens, which is not virtual reality; it's augmented reality. So basically, you put on like some glasses and you can see something from the game in your. Don't you remember seeing the trailer? Like, where there's a guy on Minecraft. He was working on Minecraft and he pinched this wall and then like there was Minecraft behind the wall.
Yeah, it connects to the PS4 right now.
It connects to the Xbox, the HoloLens.
Oh, the HoloLens. Okay.
Yeah. Something like that. It's kind of like the Google glasses. I don't know if you remember. You remember that?
Yeah, I remember.
You remember Google glasses? Kind of like that. So it has like I remember they were talking about a demo where like you had Cortana from Halo, like it would like pop up and show a figure on your table or something.
Oh, that's
For real?
cool.
Yeah, but it'd be like your table and then it'd pop up on your table and stuff like that.
Damn, it's cool.
I remember the HoloLens. I remember this showing a demo of like Minecraft on your table and you can like pinch and squeeze and grab and move this and destroy that and so it's like really hand based gestured. But I think they're working really close with the Oculus Rift. The Mortal Kombat X pack, which I didn't get to see too much details on it. What was that? What does that come with, Chris?
Let's see. The new characters will be Leatherface, Texas Chainsaw Massacre's Leatherface.
Boom.
Yeah.
The little alien.
Bo Rai Chow and an exomorph alien.
Borache.
Yes.
And then who else?
Oh, that's it. After the Drunken Fist, it's going to be the exomorph.
The Exomorph stuff. That's some of the stuff.
Oh, Triborg.
Triborg, yeah.
Yeah, it's a mix between Cybrax, Sector, and Robot Smoke. I don't know why they didn't throw in like Sub-Zero on there too. Cyborg Sub-Zero.
Cyborg Sub-Zero, yeah. Mortal Kombat X. I mean, I can't believe. Do people still play that? I mean, honestly, it's been a long time.
It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while since Mortal Kombat X. So.
They're talking about throwing in Terminator and Michael Myers.
That'd be nice.
I want to say Terminator. Looks cool.
Michael Myers. I would like for him to be in there with his theme song.
I don't know. It seems like they're taking it a little too far.
Yeah, they have a lot of horror. They have Jason already.
Yeah,
that's one of the first ones that came out.
Predator. Then Mortal Kombat 9 had Freddy Krueger.
Yeah,
Hey, for real?
Yeah. You don't remember that? Had Freddy Krueger.
Who else did it have? Another horror character.
Did they? On Mortal Kombat 9?
Yeah, it's just like, I don't know, all these realms, I guess, are coming together, so it almost makes sense.
Did Mortal Kombat 9 have Kratos? I think the PlayStation version did.
I think, yeah, maybe PlayStation.
Yeah, for Kratos for that. Because, yeah, they each one had an exclusive guy. Xbox had an exclusive character, and then PlayStation had their exclusive character for the Mortal Kombat.
It's crazy.
And I remember, Kratos being one of them, and he shows up, like, with Shao Kahn, and he's like, I don't listen to gods, and he starts fighting Shao Kahn and stuff like that. So.
Oh, what the heck?
Yeah.
I want to see Master Chief in it.
Master Chief. I don't think that would happen.
They're bringing all these universes together.
I don't think Master Chief.
It's not gonna happen, but
I don't think Master Chief will happen with the. Yeah. And then something that one more reveal that I was very excited for. I know this is probably just me being me because I know Jesse never played this, and I know Chris definitely never played this game. Ni no Kuni 2.
No.
So like this is just me being like a like I guess geeking out. I'm really excited for Ni no Kuni. Ni no Kuni 2. I love the original Ni no Kuni. It was an amazing game. I played it on the first time I played it was on the PlayStation. I know it came out for the DS before it came out for the PlayStation 3. And I have so many questions. I just have no one to talk to about it though. Like Ni no Kuni, if you play the game, you play as a kid named Oliver. You're born in one world, but you're okay. Don't want to spoil the game if you haven't played the original Ni no Kuni. Okay, I'm gonna spoiler alert. So if you just like to hear from the end of the video, I guess not watch from this point on.
Well, just subscribe and go watch something else.
Yeah, so watch one of our reviews or something. Just so from this point on, so you play as a kid named Oliver. You're born into I guess one realm, which is the normal. I guess our normal realm. You're born to. I forgot. I think they just called her mother. I think he never called her by name. Or did no? Yeah, her name was Allie. Her name was Allie, and then you play through that game, and then Oliver sneaks out at night, and he gets into this danger. His mom saves him, but his mom dies trying to save him. So then he meets this fairy creature named Drippy, and he takes him to another world and tells him if we save this world, your mom might come back to life. And then he goes on this adventure. He meets these people. He beats this guy Shadar, who is the evil force, and then he beats the White Witch. And then he finds out that his mother was this great wizard from that planet, from that world, that other dimension called Elysia. It just goes into this whole details. It tells him that even if he saves this world, his mother will never come back, that she's dead forever or whatever. And so it ends there. The ending of the game is Oliver just kind of leaves the world. So in this new one, does it tie into the new Ni no Kuni is what I'm trying to figure out here. I mean, because
the graphics are really different. That's what I saw.
The graphics?
Yeah.
They're pretty similar.
Yeah. I think that was a false trailer.
The one we were watching. Yeah, the one we were watching was a mistake.
That was the same thing.
Yeah, it had the name, but that was a.
Yeah, I think they made a mistake.
Oromaru or something.
Yeah, I think they made a mistake because we were watching one.
I mean, from the research that I did, I couldn't find much on it, but it is a sequel.
So yeah, I can tell it's a sequel just from what they showed, but I'm wondering so Oliver is he's one of the he becomes one of the powerful wizards of that game. So there's this girl named Esther who is a blonde. And Oliver, I'm pretty sure if he goes back to that dimension, he's like royalty now or something like that, or he's somebody really important because he saved that entire world. So I'm wondering if this kid is now the kid of like Oliver or Esther or like one of their kids. Like, you know what I mean? There's so many questions to be answered, to be asked about this new Ni no Kuni games. But that's just me because like I said, I don't really have anyone to discuss this with. But I think that's it that we have for this week. So remember, guys, keep it here on Nerdy Network News for all things nerdy, all things networky, and of course the news. You guys stay frosty.
Stay classy.
See y'all next time.
Have a good day, guys. Bye-bye.